audio lecture on another branch of linguistics, that is morphology. So without wasting the time, let us discuss. So here the main question comes in our mind that what is morphology? So the definition is very simple. So morphology means it is the study of word structure and word formation. So in this branch you will study how a word structures and how a word forms. So this topic is some basic. So the word morphology derived from Greek word that is morphe and ology. So here the morphology, the word, it is derived from the Greek word morphe plus ology. So let us know the meaning of these words. The morphe means shape of form, and ology means it is the study of something. So this word morphology first time used by the word morphology used by August Schleicher in 1859. So this word morphology, the first time used by August Schleicher in 1859. Now let us see what are the types of morphology, that is morphemes. What types of morphemes? So before studying types of morpheme, let us understand what is morpheme. Previously, that is in your third semester, you have already studied the term called morpheme. Morpheme is the smallest unit of a language. Morpheme is the smallest meaningful unit of a language. So here morpheme means it is the smallest meaningful unit of a language. So let's see. So now this is the word called respect. So So if I write here prefix this and suffix full, so this is the one smallest unit, respect is the another, this one first smallest unit, second smallest unit, and this is the third smallest units. So this word disrespectful has 3 morphemes. So now let us see what are the types of morpheme. There are 2 types of morphemes. 2 types. One is free morpheme, and second one bound morpheme. There are 2 types of morphemes. One is free morpheme, the second is bound morpheme. Now again here the free morpheme has divided into 2 groups. Free morpheme, free morphemes. So this word free morpheme has again divided into 2 groups. The one is lexical, that is about picture and content. So second type is functional or grammatical. So here free morphemes has been divided into 2 types. One is lexical morphemes. Lexical includes picture like table, chair. If I say table, suddenly the image of table comes in front of your eyes. Even chair, mobile, this whiteboard. So the picture, content, so that includes lexical morphemes. And the second type is functional morphemes or grammatical morphemes. So let us know what is lexical morphemes and functional morphemes with their examples. So here in lexical morphemes there comes about noun, adjectives, verbs and adverbs. So for example, so noun Sita, then Ram. Adjective, it is big, huge. Verb, jump, right. Adverbs, nice, quick, fast, even yesterday. So these are the examples of lexical or picture content morphemes. So look at now Sita, Ram, Gita, Ramesh, Suresh. So like again big, huge, jump, right, nice, quick, fast, and yesterday. So now let us see this part. It is second type, that is functional morphemes or grammatical morphemes. So these are in functional or grammatical morphemes. We can see one is prepositions, conjunctions. Second, conjunction. Third, personal pronoun. Personal pronoun. Articles. So these grammatical parts of speech comes under functional morphemes. As you know, prepositions at, on, in, above, up, down, beneath. So conjunctions like and, for, but, or, nor. Personal pronouns I, me, he. So articles a and the. So these things, these parts of speech comes under grammatical or functional morphemes. So now this is the first type of morpheme, that is free morpheme. So now let us see the second type of morpheme, that is bound morpheme. Now let us see the second type of morphemes, that is bound morpheme. So what is bound morpheme then? So bound means it is dependent. So bound means it is depend. Bound means depend. So those morphemes which are dependent on the other morphemes, so that is called bound morphemes. So here in this type morpheme, in bound morpheme, the meaning is not complete. Meaning is not complete, because if I write un or es or yes or er, so if I write like this, those meanings are useless, or it has no proper meaning. So again, the second point, they completely depend upon, they depend upon free morphemes. So these type of bound morphemes, they are dependent on free morphemes and it has no complete meaning. So again this bound morpheme has been divided into two types. So here we are studying types of morphemes. The one we have studied, that is free morphemes. Now let us see what is bound morphemes. So this bound morpheme again divided into two types. One is inflectional and another one is derivational. So now let us say about what is inflectional morpheme. Inflectional morpheme. So in inflection morpheme, we can see, or it can change the grammatical function of a word. So here there are three basic rules. The one is, this inflectional morpheme modifies a noun. It modifies a noun. For example, S and ES. It modifies the nouns and it adds S and ES to the words. So for example, book is a noun. So after adding S, it becomes books. So girl, girls, etc. So second, it modifies adjective. By adding er and est. So the second function is it modifies adjectives, that is er and est. For example, large, it's a larger and even largest, or big, biggest, small, smallest. So in this way. So the third one, it modifies a verb. So by adding ed and ing. So for example, decide, decided. Decide, it is decided. Dance, dancing. Write, writing. So even suggest, suggested. So this is about the inflectional morpheme. So now let us see the second type of bound morpheme, that is derivational morpheme. Derivational morpheme. In derivational morphemes, we can see there is a use of prefixes and suffixes. Prefixes and suffixes. Prefixes and suffixes. So derivational means it's a root word. Derivation means root word. So there comes prefixes and suffixes. So now let us see what is suffix and their examples, and what is suffixes and its examples. So here under prefixes we will see some root words, that is un, non, anti and dis. So these are the prefixes. So now let us find out. Now un, we can say unhappy. Non, non-violence. Anti, you can say anti-social. Dis, discomfort or disrespect or disconnected. So in this way we can use suffixes under derivational morphemes. Now let us go to the suffixes. So suffixes like I, Z, E, I, O, N and A, R, Y. So these are the suffixes. So now let us see. So this one is the first one. So nationalize. So I, Z, E, nationalize. So this one is registration ION and honorary ARY. So IZD comes at the end of the word, nationalize ION, registration ARY, honorary. So this is about derivational morphemes. So with this I am going to wind up and conclude the topic called morpheme. So in this video we have studied what is the meaning of morpheme, what are the types of morpheme, free morpheme, bound morpheme. Again, in free morpheme we have divided into two types, and even in bound morpheme we have divided into two types. Okay. So after watching this video, after studying, still if you have any doubts, queries, so you can